Good day, I'm Faith Manlusok together with my team, Mary Joy Barbalosa, Nicole De Luna, Shaira Marie Francisco, and May Christine Herrera. And we are here to present our project entitled Cebu Pacific Fleet Modernization. So let's have an overview of our company. Cebu Pacific, established in 1996, is the Philippines' leading low-cost carrier, connecting cities across the country and beyond. From pioneering piece of fare sales to expanding its international footprint, CEB has redefined affordable air travel. It now operates the widest domestic network in the Philippines and continues to champion inclusive, accessible flying through constant innovation and sustainability. The airline's vision is to build stronger nations by connecting culture and communities, while the mission is to offer safe, affordable, and enjoyable flights to everyone. Cebu Pacific pursues this through three core strategic objectives. First is fleet expansion, second is route network growth, and third is digital transformation. To evaluate its strategic position, we conducted a SWOT analysis. For strength, largest air carrier in the country, strong domestic network, innovative low-cost model, and consistent product improvement. For weaknesses, overdependence on the Philippine market, flight delays, and customer service issues. For opportunities, partnerships with other airlines, emerging technologies, rising travel demand, and the acquisition of fuel-efficient Airbus Neo aircraft. For threats, intense regional competition, vulnerability to extreme weather, fluctuating fuel prices, and airport infrastructure limitations. Among the strategic options, our team selected Project A, which is a fleet modernization, the replacement of older aircraft with Airbus Neo models. Based on our cost-benefit analysis, this project produces the highest net benefit of 17.9 billion pesos and the shortest payback period of 2 years.
So good day everyone. I am Shaira Marie Francisco and we propose a project fleet modernization with expansion and digital transformation. For fleet modernization, we replace old aircrafts with fuel-efficient Airbus models to reduce costs, support sustainability, and boost flight capacity. For route expansion, it opens new domestic and international routes to increase market reach. For digital transformation, it improved customer service through automation and tech upgrades. Why fleet modernization? It had the highest net present value with 17.9 billion pesos, strong IRR with 15%, and the shortest payback period of 2 years, with offering the best long-term returns despite the highest investment.
Good day, I'm Deluna Nicole. In this section, I'll be reporting our project charter for the Fleet Modernization Project. Let's begin with the project title, purpose, and objectives. The project is titled Fleet Modernization in Cebu Pacific. The main purpose of this project is to upgrade the airline's fleet and related systems to improve fuel efficiency, sustainability, and passenger experience. The objectives are to integrate fuel-efficient aircraft, update technology and tracking systems, ensure compliance with safety regulation, and improve operational performance. For the scope overview, the project includes upgrading passenger aircraft, implementing new technologies, training personnel, and ensuring all upgrades meet international aviation standards. The scope also involves conducting evaluation before and after modernization to ensure effectiveness. Now for the key deliverables, assumptions, and constraints. Some of the key deliverables are a modernized aircraft fleet that meets fuel and safety standards, improved tracking systems, a trained workforce, and a post-implementation evaluation report. For our assumptions, we assume that funding will be approved, that supplier delivery is on schedule, and the passenger demand support the expansion. As for constraints, we are limited by budget availability, regulatory compliance, and potential supply chain delays. Also, only passenger planes are included in the upgrade, not cargo planes or aircraft with long-term maintenance contracts. Lastly, the project sponsor and manager in our simulation, JG Summit Holdings Incorporation serves as the project sponsor, providing strategic oversight and funding support. Meanwhile, our student project team, which is Ms. Faith Panlusok, takes on the role of the project manager, responsible for planning, coordinating, and overseeing all project activities. Roles have been distributed among our members to handle scheduling, procurement, training, and evaluation. That ends the project charter. Thank you.
Good day, I am Mary J. Balbalosa. Today, I will be presenting the stakeholder analysis and communication strategy for our fleet modernization project. This strategy helps ensure that all involved parties are properly informed, engaged, and aligned with the project goals. We categorize our stakeholders using a power interest grid considering their influence on the project and their interest level. This helps us decide how to communicate with each one effectively. For example, employees like pilots and ground staff have high influence and interest, so we will keep them informed with regular updates. Management and shareholders need to be managed closely as they are key decision makers. Passengers, even though external, still have high interest. We will keep them informed about aircraft upgrades and service changes. Regulatory bodies have high influence, so we will manage them closely to ensure compliance. Other stakeholders like suppliers, airport authorities, local communities, and investors will be engaged based on their needs and roles. Next, we create a communication matrix to outline what information each stakeholders need, how often they receive it, and in what format. Employees receive weekly updates on new aircraft, training schedules, and operational changes through emails, PDF reports, and team meetings. Management and stakeholders get monthly progress reports, including financials and risk assessment through emails and meetings. Passengers are updated daily via the company website, emails, and SMS, especially when there are aircraft upgrades or route changes. Regulatory bodies are provided with certification and safety documents as needed using formal reports and scheduled meetings. Suppliers and partners get weekly updates on equipment needs and contract transitions. Airport authorities are updated semi-annually on infrastructure coordination. Local communities are informed about environmental impacts during in-person meetings. Investors and financial institutions receive monthly updates on capital expenses, ROI projections, and financing details. We anticipate a few challenges such as resistance from employees due to operational changes and differing expectations from investors. To address this, we need flexible communication and to adapt as the project evolves. Most importantly, regular feedback ensures we stay aligned with both internal and external needs. In conclusion, our stakeholder analysis and communication plan helps us maintain strong engagement, transparency, and coordination across all sectors. This will be the key to ensuring the successful implementation of our fleet modernization project.
Greetings, I'm Herrera. In this section, I'll walk you through the project schedule, the work breakdown structure, and how we identify the critical path for our fleet modernization project. Let's start with the work breakdown structure or WBS. We broke the project down into 6 main phases based on our scope and objectives. First is the project planning and assessment, budget and procurement, technology and equipment, training and workforce development, implementation and development, and post-implementation review. Each phase contains specific tasks that align with our deliverables and acceptance criteria in the RTM. This helps us organize the project in manageable work packages and assign responsibilities effectively. As shown here in WBS, this phase includes activities such as defining modernization objectives, conducting fleet evaluation, and creating the project roadmap. These tasks were essential in understanding the current state of the fleet and identifying what improvements are necessary. The risk assessment task at the end also helped ensure we were prepared for potential challenges before moving on to budgeting. Now, here's our Gantt chart from Project Libre. The project runs for a total of 265 days starting on May 29, 2025 and finishing on June 3, 2026. As you can see, tasks are sequenced based on dependencies with clear start and end dates. This schedule gave us visibility on how each activity flows and where overlaps or delays might occur. From the Gantt chart, we also identified which tasks are critical, meaning they directly affect the project's completion date, and which ones have some scheduling flexibility. For critical tasks are found in phases like budget and procurement, technology and equipment, implementation and development, lastly, post-implementation review. In non-critical tasks, mostly fall under project planning and certain parts of training and workforce development. Any delay in critical tasks will delay the entire project, so we'll closely monitor those activities. The critical path flows from budget and procurement into technology and equipment, then through the core training task, all the way to the full implementation and post-review. This means we need to pay extra attention to supplier negotiations, system integration, and rollout phases to stay on track. We use task predecessors and duration in Project Libre to calculate this path, ensuring that our timeline is realistic and achievable. To summarize, our WBS helped us define the full scope, the Gantt chart laid out our entire timeline, and the critical path analysis allowed us to focus on key activities that will keep the project on schedule.
For the time and scope baseline, our project is scheduled to run from May 29, 2025 to June 3, 2026, a total of 265 working days. We use our work breakdown structure and scope statement to define these timelines and allocate a total of 4,160 working hours for task completion. Currently, no formal baseline has been set in Project Libre, which means there are zero values in the baseline fields. However, if needed, we can easily set the baseline to lock in our planned dates and compare progress during execution. This step would normally be done at the start of the implementation phase.
On the risk side, several key risks were identified that could affect the timeline or deliverables. These include supplier delays, technology integration issues, and potential resistance to workforce training. To mitigate these risks, we've included buffers in critical areas like procurement and testing. We also schedule training in advance of implementation to reduce resistance and minimize errors. Furthermore, regular milestone reviews will help us adjust quickly if risks materialize. This marks the end of our presentation on Cebu Pacific's Fleet Modernization Project, a strategic initiative aligned with the company's long-term growth and sustainability goals. Thank you for your time and attention.